Congressman, good to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Great to see you, Marie.
What do you want to hear
you.
from Donald Trump today?
Well, the kind of thing, starting off with just what you said, if we went to a 15% corporate tax rate, you would not be seeing plants moving to Mexico. You would see plants moving to the United States. You would see better drinking water in Flint because they had the industry moving back to make that happen. So that I just can't imagine anything better than starting right there. A 15% corporate tax rate. You know, we have the highest corporate tax rate in the industrialized world. And I made a trip with some other members of Congress some years back, and we talked to numerous CEOs in China that were there with their plants. And we were wanting to know, why did you move this industry here? And I thought we would hear over and over, well, labor is so much cheaper, because it is. What we heard over and over was that the best workers in the world, the best efficiency is in the United States.
Yeah.
But they moved to China because China would work a deal. A 15% corporate tax rate. Some of them would get a lower rate starting off and then move up.
Right.
And they said by the time that we started paying, serious income tax, we'd already paid for our state-of-the-art plant.
Yeah. Well,
so wouldn't it be great to see those plants being built back here again, and it can happen at that tax rate?
I totally get you in terms of the tax rate and its impact.
Oh, I know you do.
On corporations. But let me ask you this, Congressman, you're a conservative. This is, you're all about making sure spending is in check, making sure that, the budget is not busted. And here we have a plan that people are saying is going to cost trillions. How do you pay for it? You're comfortable with this kind of revenue intake?
Yeah, I don't think you do pay for it. I think that with if he follows Arthur Laffer's advice and we make the kind of changes to the tax code that Kevin Brady is talking about, then you won't have to figure out how are we going to pay for this new giveaway program. People will be able to keep so much more of their own money that they won't need those kind of giveaways. The one on child care, that's wonderful. What I would rather see is, instead of paying women to have children out of wedlock, why don't we do the kind of thing that Trump's talking about for working women? Say, we're going to make sure you are able to take care of daycare so you finish high school instead of paying people, rewarding them to drop out. The government should never be in the business of luring people away from their potential and into ruts. And that's what the government's done since Lyndon Johnson. So it'll be really refreshing to have a president listening to people who know that is not the way. That's the way you spend trillions and you don't improve the poverty situation at all. So I'm very encouraged.
Yeah.
Congressman, it's Mike Murphy. I agree with the points that you're making, almost all of the points you're making. But now, today we're going to get Mr. Trump's economic plan. And we've heard for weeks he needs to hit on the economy. He needs to focus on the economy. That's his strong suit. It's Hillary Clinton's weak suit. And I think, we're expecting
what's
nothing.
Hillary's strong suit? If that's her weak one, what's her strong suit? I don't...
Okay, fair enough. But I think,
Oh, I think she has a strong suit that helps hold her straight up and down. But anyway, yeah.
Okay. I think with Trump's plan today, I think he's hitting it at the right time. We've waited for so long. Where's his economic plan? Why doesn't he get out and hit on this? Well, now that he has the momentum, he's coming out and announcing it today. I just want to point out, I think it's a great move by him to bring this out when the momentum's behind him. I was wondering if you could speak to that.
No, I think you're exactly right, Mike. And I think, listen, I haven't known Trump. I've met him a few times. But like Andrew Carnegie talked about, hey, I may not be that bright. I think Trump's brighter than Carnegie talked about, but he always knew how to gather smart people around him. And I'm thrilled with what I'm seeing. And I know Mike Pence is about to be on your show.
Right.
And he was on the Hill this week. Pulling Mike Pence around him, I was just really encouraged when I saw Mike on the Hill again. Mike and Karen were up here. And it was just such a great feeling to see Mike here. I see great days ahead. You have somebody on the Hill right now that disdains Capitol Hill. in Mike Pence, you have a guy that's respected in the House, respected in the Senate, and that you really just want to hug when you see him. And so I'm looking forward to the advice he's getting, the things he's going to do, and I think we can get away from the giveaways and let people keep more of their money. So I think you'll hear more of that today from Trump.
Yeah, well, that certainly will resonate with people.